Between the Livigno Snow Park and the Stelvio di Bormio, some of the symbolic moments of Milano Cortina 2026 have arrived. From Eileen Gu's gold to Lucas Pinheiro Brathan's historic victory, to the blue podiums signed by Tabanelli, Franzoni and Paris. Milano Cortina 2026 has experienced memorable days between Livigno and Bormio, two stages that have marked some of the most significant achievements of the edition. At the Livigno Snow Park, Eileen Gu dominated the freestyle trials, closing the games with 3 medals, including gold in the halfpipe, while Flora Tabanelli gave Italy a historic bronze in the big air. On the Stelvio di Bormio, Lucas Pinheiro Brathan made alpine skiing history by winning Brazil's first winter gold in the giant slalom, and the men's downhill saw Italy open the medal table with a double win by Giovanni Franzoni and Dominic Paris behind Swiss champion Franjo von Allmen. Eileen Gu closes Milano Cortina as the queen of freestyle. At Milano Cortina 2026, Eileen Gu definitively consolidated her status as a freestyle icon, signing an edition of the Games that consecrates her as the most decorated athlete in the history of the discipline with 6 Olympic podiums. On the last day of the competition, she won gold in the halfpipe with an impressive 94.75 over rivals Lee Fanghi and Zoe Acton. The Italian edition closed for her with 3 medals overall, thanks also to the 2 silvers in big air and slopestyle. The first medal for Brazil. Luca Pinheiro Brathan has achieved one of the most significant feats of the entire edition, becoming the first Brazilian ever to win a medal at the Winter Games, winning the giant slalom. The 25-year-old completed the 2 runs of the giant slalom in 2:25.00, a time that earned him not only the gold medal, but also a clear victory over top-level opponents. Marco Odermatt, the reigning Olympic champion, 0.58 behind, and Loic Meillard, third at plus 1.17. Flora Tabanelli's historic bronze in the big air freestyle skiing. Flora Tabanelli won the bronze medal in the big air freestyle skiing event, achieving the first Olympic podium of her career and the first for Italy in this discipline. The Italian athlete finished the final behind Mathilde Grimaud and Eileen Gu, securing bronze thanks to 2 clean jumps that allowed her to stay in the leading group. In a race marked by several landing errors, the solidity of her runs was decisive in maintaining her score and winning a place on the podium. Double podium for Italy in the downhill. Italy kicked off the Milano Cortina 2026 Games with a double podium in the men's downhill on the Stelvio. Giovanni Franzoni won silver, just 0.20 of a second behind Switzerland's Franjo von Allmen, while Dominic Paris completed the podium with a bronze, which he grabbed after a career spent chasing it, on the very slope that has marked his career more than any other. Behind them was Marco Odermatt, while Switzerland won gold with von Allmen, who dominated the race. High in the Italian Alps, where the air is thin and the mountains rise like frozen waves against the sky, sport becomes something more than competition. Between Livigno and Bormio, winter is not just a season, it is a stage. Here, snow glitters like crushed diamonds under the sun, skis carve poetry into white slopes, and the Olympic spirit feels alive in every breath of icy wind. Livigno and Bormio are not merely destinations on a map, they are twin hearts beating in rhythm with speed and daring. One pulses with freestyle creativity and fearless stunts. The other thunders with raw velocity and precision. Together, they tell a story of the Olympic Games at their most electrifying. Livigno, where gravity becomes a playground. Livigno, often called Little Tibet for its altitude and dramatic landscapes, transforms into a dreamscape when the Games arrive. Snowboarders and freestyle skiers gather at its snow parks, turning mountains into canvases of imagination. Here, stunts are not reckless leaps, they are calculated symphonies of balance, courage, and control. Under the Olympic spotlight, the halfpipe becomes a cathedral of air. Athletes launch themselves skyward, twisting and flipping as if gravity has loosened its grip. Boards spin in corkscrews, skis cross midair, and for a breathless second, the world stands still. Then landing. A clean carve into the snow, a spray of white, and the roar of the crowd echoes through the valley. Livigno is about expression. Every trick tells a personal story. One rider may soar with effortless grace, floating like a feather in alpine wind. Another attacks the pipe with explosive energy, snapping rotations so fast they blur. The judges score height, amplitude, execution, but what truly captivates is style. The Olympic medals awarded here shine not just for difficulty, but for individuality. At night, the slopes glow beneath floodlights, and the mountains seem to lean in closer. Flags from every nation ripple in the cold air. In Livigno, the Olympics feel young, vibrant, rebellious. It is the arena of innovation, where new tricks are born and legends first take flight. Bormio, where speed writes history. If Livigno is poetry in motion, Bormio is a thunderclap. Home to the legendary Stelvio slope, Bormio is synonymous with speed. The downhill course is steep, unforgiving, and gloriously fast. Athletes stand at the start gate, hearts pounding against their chests like drums before battle. Below them lies a ribbon of ice and snow plunging toward the valley floor. When the gate snaps open, hesitation vanishes. Skiers hurl themselves down the mountain at breathtaking speeds, edges slicing into hard-packed snow. The air whistles past their helmets. Muscles burn as they absorb the relentless terrain, jumps, compressions, sharp turns that demand split-second timing. One mistake could cost a medal, or more. In Bormio, courage is measured in hundredths of a second. The Olympic downhill here is not just a race, it is a test of nerve. Spectators line the course, cowbells clanging, cheers bouncing off rock faces. As athletes cross the finish line, they glance instantly at the clock. A flash of green means they've taken the lead. Sometimes victory is secured by the slimmest margin, 0.01 seconds that separate gold from silver, immortality from almost. But Bormio is not only about downhill. Super G and combined events add layers of complexity. Technical precision meets blistering speed. Champions here are complete athletes, fearless yet disciplined, aggressive yet controlled. When medals are awarded in Bormio, they feel forged from steel and ice. They represent more than athleticism. They symbolize mastery over one of the Alps' most demanding stages. Between two worlds. What makes the Olympic Games between Livigno and Bormio so unforgettable is the contrast. One celebrates creativity and airborne artistry. The other honors velocity and razor-sharp precision. Yet both are united by the same relentless pursuit of excellence. In Livigno, an athlete stands atop the halfpipe, visualizing a trick never landed before in Olympic competition. In Bormio, another crouches in the start gate, memorizing every curve of the descent. Different disciplines, different fears, the same dream. The mountains watch it all with ancient indifference. They have stood for centuries, silent witnesses to human ambition. But during the games, they seem to come alive, echoing cheers, reflecting fireworks off snowy peaks, holding stories that will be told for generations.